Hello. I wanted to have a little chat with you about Tropic and my story and why I joined Tropic, because it might be relevant to some of you who are thinking about perhaps having a change in your working lives, whether you, through lockdown, a lot of people who have joined my team have reevaluated what they want out of life and their working experience, and they've kind of thought to themselves, I would like more time with my kids, I'd like less commuting, I enjoyed working from home, I'd like to do more of that. So I just thought I would tell you a little bit about why I joined Tropic and why it's such an amazing company to work for. So I was a teacher. Before that, I was a journalist. I've got absolutely no beauty background at all, apart from the fact that, I like nice skincare, I like wearing makeup, always have. I used to have really bad skin when I was young, and it's always been a concern of mine. So I've tried all sorts of things in the past, and I've had lots of medication and very astringent and strict, horribly drying products. But it's always been one of the things in my mind that skin, as long as you can stop yourself having acne, is the most important thing. And of course, then you suddenly get to your sort of late 40s and you start thinking, oh, what about wrinkles? And then you need to be thinking about something else completely then. And unfortunately for me, I seamlessly seem to be moving from sort of the odd spot still into wrinkles. But I found Tropic, and I found it via a friend of mine who was on Facebook, who sent me a cleanser because she was always on Facebook talking about all these holidays she was having and what a great time she was having with this new company she was working with. And I'd never heard of Tropic. Having said that, I loved The Apprentice, and once I did find out about the company, I did remember Susie Marr from the 2010 episode of The Apprentice, the series, and I really enjoyed The Apprentice, so I looked it back up and reminded myself of her. So anyway, my friend sent me a cleanser. I really liked it, and for me it felt very different because it was nourishing, but it wasn't at all drying, and I could feel that it wasn't drying my skin out. But I was also a bit concerned that it might be a little bit rich, because I was always using quite astringent sort of face washes and things. And when I used it for a while, I found that my skin was great with it, and I thought, wow, this is really good. I found something that will actually address the fact that I want to keep my skin clean and not get spots, but also I want to nourish it and to look after the effects of aging. So I used some more of the products, and then, I don't know, I had a coffee with her and she was talking more about the business side of it. And I felt, as a teacher, I felt that I was sort of stuck in a rut, I suppose. I knew that I was never going to earn more than 1 or 2%, if I was very lucky, more each year until I retired. I didn't really want to be the teacher at 65, hating kids, all grey and grumpy at the school gate, just waiting for retirement. I wanted something where I felt that I had an opportunity to earn more, to travel, to have more flexibility in my life, to be able to work from home, not to be stuck doing piles and piles of marking all the time, which was driving me insane. And the irony of teaching, of course, is that people start teaching because they think it fits well with kids, which is one of the reasons I did. But in term time, you have no time to do anything at all. You can hardly breathe, and you miss all sorts of things that your children are doing. So anyway, I'd been sort of mulling it over in my mind and thinking, what could I do? I'd like to be self-employed, but I didn't know what I would do, what I could sell. I didn't what services I could provide. I thought if I did tutoring, it's going to be the same situation as teaching, really. So it kind of fell into my lap, the fact that I was talking to my friend that she'd sent me the cleanser. Then I met and had a coffee with her, and she talked to me about the Tropic opportunity. And I thought to myself, I don't really think this is me. I thought, I can't imagine that I would be the kind of person that would be selling skincare. It never kind of come into my mind that I would do that. But I thought, what's to lose? They're great products, they're nice products. The starter kit is really great value. The worst that could happen, I figured, was that I would buy the starter kit, then I'd have lots of gorgeous skincare products that I could either use myself or give away as presents. And I also knew that I would be buying my own skincare at a discounted rate, Tropic skincare, from then on. So I thought there's very little risk. Let's be honest, what other business can you think of where you could start, where you don't need premises, you don't need to get your own website, you don't need staff, you don't need to get stock, and you've got all of the marketing resources that you would possibly need. You've got a team of support, you've got a manager, everyone to try and help you. And what other business could you possibly start like that for under £200? So I thought there's very little risk, so I thought I'd have a go. And that was 4 years and 3 months ago. And today I was in a platinum executive meeting with Susie Ma, who is the CEO of Tropic. She was Susie from The Apprentice back in 2010. And to find out that I'm actually now 0.3% amongst the 0.3% of Tropic who are platinum execs. And I thought, gosh, really, that makes me feel quite important, but I'm just me, and if I can do it, anyone can do it. And it's so interesting because we've had an influx of platinums and diamonds who are the top level of the company over lockdown period. There's loads of promotions, we've had loads of ambassadors join us. The company has never been stronger. In May we were 100% higher earnings as a company than we were last May. So it's a very, very secure company. We're completely in the black. We don't borrow. Apart from the original investment from Alan Sugar, Susie's never needed to actually borrow. She's very worried and careful about keeping the company in really, really good financial situation because of being brought up very poor herself. So there's no risk in that way at all, and I was very happy to join the company, and I would never have thought that in 4 years' time there I would be sort of like as a platinum exec. But as I say to the people in my team, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm no sales background, no beauty background. All I've done really is to share products that I've loved with other people, and to start to grow a team. And my team grew, and I really enjoyed the mentoring side of helping other people under me sort of grow their own teams. And I suppose that's perhaps the teacher part of me, I don't know, but I really enjoyed that part of the job. So I've helped girls in my team become leaders themselves, and they've got their own beauty businesses and they're doing really well. One of my oldest friends became my second leader, and she was able to give up teaching too within a year. I had my first leader, she could give up the job that she hated, and she did that I think within about 8 months actually. So it's brilliant because you are able to really help people. I mean, some people who join my team, they just want to have enough money to have their hair and nails done every month and not to feel that they're eating into the family coffers. Other people, they really want a career out of it right from the word go. And then probably the biggest bunch start off like the beginning, the first bunch, they just think, I'll have it as a hobby, see where it goes. And then they're surprised when it really takes off, and then they can start seeing a career in it, and they see a different way. But Tropic is so much more than just a great job. The company itself, the ethos is so inspiring. Our infinite purpose is to create a healthier, greener, more empowered world. And that's big. That's a big infinite purpose. But we give 5% of all of our profits away to a company called United World Schools. And we are at the moment about 1.6 million school days we've provided for children. We haven't even been doing this a year. Children in the most remote parts of Cambodia and Nepal, places where they have absolutely no access to schooling at all. And Susie knows the importance of schooling because she always says should have never got out of poverty if she hadn't had an education. So we do that. We do lots of work with an orphanage in South Africa, and I was very lucky enough to go and visit South Africa 2 years ago with my first Tropic trip and meet some of the orphans that we help, which was really, really amazing. And we also are a carbon negative company. We're carbon neutral, but we're carbon negative twice over, which means we offset our carbon footprint by two lots. We are voted a certified ethical company. We are also, we have just got the accreditation of Protect Land and Sea, which means that all of our products are safe for the rivers and the seas. So when you actually have your body wash and it goes down the plug hole, you know it's not doing any damage to any sort of fish or animal that might come into contact with it. Everything in Tropic is safe. natural. You can use it on your children, you can use it on your pets, you can use it on yourself. It works. The products are brilliant, but the opportunity of sharing those products is fantastic, and it's got a great commission rate. You have all sorts of help and support. I just love to help the people in my team do well, and at the moment it's such a great time to join that I would love to talk to you. So if you know anybody that you think would like to have a little chat about the opportunity of earning some more money, of a career if they want it. Certainly most people just start it as a little kind of part-time business that runs alongside their job, their family commitments, their children. But if you know anybody who'd like to have a talk, I would love to have a chat with them, give them a little bit of information. We can meet over a coffee, or I can email some information. You can hear more about how I actually sort of moved from starting off thinking, well, what's to lose, to actually being able to give up teaching within 3 years. I earn more now than I did from teaching. I'm able to work from home. I can be with my dog all day long, which is perhaps a mixed blessing at the moment because he's very small and very irritating. But and I can go away when I want. I can go down to Cornwall and see my son when I want. I've got all the flexibility that I always wanted, and it's not a get rich quick scheme at all. You get out what you put in, but if you want an opportunity and you want something that's actually going to get you some fire inside, because you know that you can achieve whatever you want, that earnings are unlimited, that it's everything it can be. Tropic is everything that you could wish for, depending on what you do wish for, and everyone's goals are different, and my job and my real passion is helping people in my team achieve their goals. So if you would like to have a chat, if you'd like any more information, please do get in touch. Bye.